everybody. Thank you very much for joining me on my mat. I hope you're all doing really well at home. I hope you are stretching, you're moving, and that you're breathing consciously as much as possible. Today's class is going to be a Hatha series. So rather than like our vinyasa where we try and take a single breath, the inhale, the exhale, moving, flowing in and out of postures, we're going to be holding our postures for a little bit longer today. So usually about 5 breaths in each. And the theme for today's practice is all about healing. So we're going to take the time in these postures where we're breathing to find a little bit of a pause and to recognize perhaps what in our body, in ourselves, in our mind, where we need to find our healing. So where we need to find healing in our heart, where we need to find healing in our lifestyles. So the pauses are hopefully going to give you the time and the space to acknowledge and to work through some stuff as well. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to start by coming into our comfortable seat, crossing the legs if you'd like to. You're welcome to come down into just a type of Sukhasana pose as well. And of course we're going to start with some breath work. So this breath work is a really good opportunity just to find a little bit of calm, to start to relax into the body before we take our physical practice. So we're going to come into Dhyana Mudra by taking our left palm down, right hand on the top, bringing our thumbs together in this meditative state, closing down the eyes if that feels good, or just turning the gaze down. And as we take this comfortable seat or just a moment of stillness, of course just recognizing how the body feels today, where the mind is. And as you take that pause, just start to be aware of any restraints, any tension in the body. Know what your limitations are today. If you have any niggles, injuries, be mindful of them. Know that this is your practice. Know that you can leave anything on the mat. Start to come into your breath. Pursing the lips together if that feels good. Taking your tongue to your roof of the mouth, the back of the teeth. And just taking notice as to where your breath is coming from. If it's still slightly caught up in your chest, and whether you can move your breath down into your lower abdomen. So try not to hold on to the abs and the belly here, just let your whole belly rise and fall with every breath. Inhaling, belly rises. Exhale, the belly draws in. And of course, if you're just here for the Asana practice, you're welcome to start to move into your breath, noticing where your breath is coming from on the inhale and the exhale. Or noticing the rise and fall of the belly. If you'd like to set an intention or perhaps devote your practice to your healing today, you're welcome to. And again, that's just an option. So as you come into your breath, full awareness, full intention to the breath, start to move yourself out of your mind and into your body, into the present moment. With every breath becoming more relaxed, more calm, more at peace. Dropping chin ever so slightly into chest. On the inhale, just very gently letting the shoulders rise. And on the exhale, lowering the shoulders all the way back down into their place. On the next inhale, lengthening, growing tall through the spine, the crown of the head lifts. On the exhale, grounding, drawing yourself down into the earth. Inhale, full breath. Spine lengthens, shoulders draw back, chest opens. Exhale, find that softness in the body. Drop chin to chest just enough and feel yourself grounding, lowering, sinking into the earth. Inhale, grow tall, lengthen through your spine, shoulders back. The chest begins to open as the belly rises. And on the exhale, lowering yourself through, grounding and sinking. This time when you're ready, dropping your chin all the way into your chest, feeling the back of the spine, the back of the neck. Releasing your fingertips, drawing your thumbs to heart center. Right at your sternum, fingertips gently pressing away and coming back to your intention, your devotion for the practice. Perhaps noticing what you need to heal in your heart. When you're ready, releasing your fingertips down to the mat. As you do so, begin to just very gently open the eyes, moving the block if you had that beneath you. If you are in a laying down posture, you're welcome to lift very gently, lifting yourself all the way up into your comfortable seat. From there, you're just going to start to bow forwards. As you bow forwards today, we're going to work through lots of binds and as much as possible try and turn your palms to face up. A sign of giving, but also of receiving the practice. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So taking your time to work into the spine, to notice how the body feels in this posture. When you're ready, start to move yourself over through to that right hand side, bowing over, folding over that right leg, palms still facing up. Notice the side body as you continue to breathe in and out. Inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale. Start to walk yourself all the way around through to the left hand side, palms facing up, bowing over that left side. Continue to keep that knee down and the thigh down, both sitting bones down onto the mat. You can always use a cushion, a pillow to bring the earth closer. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Start to move yourself all the way back through center and lifting yourself all the way up. So from there you're going to make your way into your first child's pose, fingertips pressing down onto the mat, moving your hips all the way back down onto your heels, bowing the head and again turning the palms to face up. So notice what's happening in the body as we take our first child's pose, our Balasana, breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Chin into chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. Begin to turn the palms to face over. Come all the way up onto all fours. Tuck chin to chest, taking one cat stretch, rounding through the spine. And on the inhale, release, coming into your cow. Eyes and the elbows turn forwards as the shoulders turn outwards. Breathing in, holding. Breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Come back through to neutral spine. Just begin to slide that right leg back. Pressing into the right calf. Just giving that a good stretch out. Fingertips nice and wide. Holding, breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Sliding that leg in. Switching sides. Pressing down through that left heel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Sliding that left foot in. Just dropping yourself back into Virasana, our hero's pose. From there you're going to take your right fingertips away away. Imagine pressing through a door, using your hand on the other side to press that wrist back. So a nice neural stretch on the underneath side of the forearm. Breathing in, breathing out. Switching, just drawing the hand back through to the other side. Inhale, exhale, and switching hands. Inhale, exhale, sitting nice and tall, feeling the stretch on the underneath side of that left side. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale, drawing the hand back from there, pressing the hand away, stretching the top of the forearm this time, shoulders down and back, belly drawing in, breathing out. From there, just release the shoulders, give them a couple of rolls back, and then draw those hands all the way back out. As you come through, begin to curl the toes under, lift yourself all the way back up and down into your first down dog. Know that you're welcome to bend the knees here, gaze is right between the thighs. It's your first down dog, so if you'd like to pedal, you can move the feet around or find your stillness. We're going to hold here for another 3 breaths. Keep tucking chin into chest, planting down through the feet, fingertips lovely and wide, with that third finger pointing forwards. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. From there, begin to soften through the knees. Walk your hands all the way back to the very far edge of the mat to meet your feet, taking your first forward fold. Bowing over the legs, softening through the knees. Let those arms go. You're welcome to take hold of opposite elbow. Sway from side to side if that feels good. Inhaling. Exhale. Lengthening through the legs if you'd like to. Breathing in, hands to the back of the calf muscles. Bowing down that little bit more. Know that this is your first forward fold. And when you're ready, begin to round up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Head, neck and shoulders last to rise, roll the shoulders back and down. Back and down. Drawing your thumbs to heart center. Take a glance at the very front edge of your mat. You know exactly where to go. Close down the eyes. Take your moment of pause. Sigh out of the mouth if you'd like to. Let your heart soften. And when you're ready, still with your eyes closed, walk to the very top edge of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch, keeping the eyes closed, tailbone tucks under. Don't worry if you're facing the wrong way, I probably am. And when you're ready, on the next inhale, draw the arms all the way up and overhead. Breathing in, as you open up, look up with the eyes, gaze up to the heavens. On the exhale, dive yourself forwards through to your forward fold, Uttanasana. We're going to take a few rounds of our sun salutations to get warm, and then move into our Hatha sequence. On the inhale, lift flat back, gazing. On the exhale, draw yourself back down. Stepping back with the right leg, we're going to drop that back foot down straight away. And on the inhale, lift yourself up and out into your low crescent lunge, Anjana Asana. Holding, breathing in, breathing out. Shoulders away from the ears, palms come to face. Breathing in, breathing out. Really connect through that back foot. Inhale, exhale, inhale. On the exhale, release both hands either side of the front foot. Curl the back toe under. When you're ready, you're going to slide yourself all the way back through into your down face dog. Holding down dog for 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Gaze is right between the thighs, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, lift through your right leg, 3-legged dog, flexing the foot. And on the exhale, set that right leg right between your fingertips. Drop down in the back knee, uncurl the toe, inhale, lift. Lift all the way up and out, coming into Asana. Breathing in. Breathing out. You're welcome to look upwards towards the palms, perhaps draw them together, or just keep gazing forwards, chin tucked into chest. Breathing in. Pressing down through that back left foot, breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, release both hands to the side of the front foot. Use those fingertips to curl the back toe under and step your left foot in to meet your right, taking forward fold. Inhale, rise. Hands onto the shins or onto your mat, gazing. Exhale, draw yourself back down. On the inhale, swan dive the arms all the way up and around, look up to the heavens. Arch back if that feels good. And dive yourself back over Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, prepare, flat back. On the exhale, step back through with the left foot, dropping the back knee down, uncurling the toe. Inhale, lift yourself all the way up and out. And Asana. Again, gazing up to the fingertips, drawing the palms together, or keeping your gaze forwards. Shoulders away from those ears, turning the pinky fingers round just enough. Spreading the front toes wide. Connecting through that back foot and lifting yourself up and out of the stretch. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. On the exhale, release both hands to the side of the front foot. Curl the back toe under again and step yourself back through into your down face dog. Feet hip distance or that little bit wider if you'd like to. Gaze is right between the thighs for 2 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. On the inhale, lift through the left leg, three-legged dog, flexing through the foot. On the exhale, step that left foot all the way back through. Drop down onto the back knee, uncurl the toe, inhale, rise, lift. Low crescent lunge, connecting through that back foot again, spreading the left toes wide. Making sure that that front knee isn't dropping in, you keep drawing that knee out. So if you glance down, you can see your big toe. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last breath. Inhale. On the exhale, release both hands to the side of the front foot. Curl the back toe under. Press away, and when you're ready, step that right foot in to meet your left. Coming into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, prepare, flat back. Taking your time on the exhale, draw yourself back down. Soften through the knees if you'd like. And on the inhale, rise, come all the way up. Uttanasana, arching back if you'd like to. And drawing your hands back through to Samastahiti. And back through to Tadasana, mountain pose. Closing down the arms, palms facing forwards. Take that moment to pause again, just check in with yourself. Allow the shoulders to release. Come back into your breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. When you're ready, soften the knees, gazing forwards, inhale, lift. Utkatasana, chair pose, tucking the tailbone under, squeezing the thighs. Drawing the hands together if you'd like to, gaze up at the thumbs or keep them parted. It's a little bit too much, you can hold over onto opposite shoulder as well. Opposite elbow. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. On the inhale, rise, Utva. On the exhale, lower. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen and prepare, flat back. Exhale, draw yourself down. When you're ready, step back with the right foot. We're going to add on. Inhale, lift, and an asana. Tuck the tailbone under to hold again. Glance down so you can see the front foot, the big toe. Breathing in, breathing out. If you have a little bit more, you're welcome to drop and lower through. Gaze up towards the thumbs, the fingertips. Breathing in, connect through that back foot. Breathing out. Inhale. On the exhale, lower both hands to the side of the front foot. Curl the back toe under and step yourself all the way back into your down face dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. This time on the inhale, gaze between your fingertips, wave the body forwards, high plank. Taking your knees, your chest and your chin down to the mat. Elbows drawing in, Asana Namaskar. On the inhale, slide the feet behind you. Rise, come up into low baby cobra. Belly button stays on the mat. On the exhale, lower down. Inhale, curl the toes under, lift yourself up. Child's pose. And then continue to rise into your down face dog. 3 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. On the inhale, rise, lifting all the way up through the right leg. If you'd like to, you can open through the hip, flexing through the foot and opening the knee, dropping out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. On the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, step the foot right between your fingertips, drop down through the back knee, uncurl the toe, inhale, lift. Low lunge, Asana again. If you'd like to, draw the hands together, lower yourself through, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, breathing in, breathing out. Last breath. When you're ready, on the next exhale, lower both hands either side of the front foot, curl the back toe under, step your left foot in to meet your right, coming down into forward fold. Inhale, flat back, exhale, lower. On the inhale, soften through the knees, rise and come up into chair pose, Sukhasana, tucking tailbone under, drawing the hands together if you'd like to, squeezing knees and thighs. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, rise. On the exhale, draw hands all the way back through heart center, and we'll take our final round. Inhale, Uttanasana. Exhale, dive, fall forwards, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha, flat back, gazing. Exhale, as you lower, step back with the left foot. Drop the back knee down and curl the toe. Inhale, rise. Asana. On the exhale, release both hands either side of the front foot. Curl the back toe under and slide yourself back into your down face dog. We're not going to hold on this one, we're going to roll the body forwards. Take knees, chest and chin down to the mat. Inhale, lift, low baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes under, lift yourself up, back and down into your child's pose. And then when you're ready, lift yourself all the way back through into your down dog to hold for 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a moment to pause, to notice your alignment, your feet hip distance, fingertips spreading wide, the hips as high as you can. Breathing in, breathing out. Last breath. On the inhale, lift the left leg all the way up. Perhaps bend through the knee. Open up through the hip, gaze is underneath the left shoulder. Keep pressing down through that right hand. Right foot. On the inhale, lift through the left leg. On the exhale, step the left foot right between your fingertips. Drop down through the back knee. Inhale, rise, come up, Asana. On the exhale, if you'd like to, lower and sink. Breathing in. Make sure you're pressing equally through both feet. Keeping active through the legs, so I'm not just falling and sinking into this. I'm still strong through that front leg. Inhale. On the exhale, release both hands either side of the front foot. Curl the back toe under and step your right foot in to meet your left, coming into forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, draw yourself down. On the next inhale, soften through the knees, come into chair pose, Uttanasana. Tucking the tailbone under, drawing the hands together or keeping them parted. Last breath. On the inhale, rise, come up. On the exhale, draw your hands back through Samastahiti and back through to Tadasana, mountain pose. Rolling the shoulders back and down, just taking a moment to pause. Close down the eyes, the body should be that little bit warmer now. We've taken our modifications on Surya Namaskar A and B, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. When you're ready, grounding down through the left foot, opening the eyes, stepping the right foot back to about 30 degrees and walking that left foot out so it gives you your space through your hips. Turning your hips to face forwards and working that left hand to the hip crease, drawing it back and the right hip comes forwards as you draw that right arm all the way up, pressing through that right foot and then reaching up with the left arm coming into your warrior one. Bending through that front knee as much as you can, spreading those toes nice and wide, tucking your tailbone under, gaze is up by the hands or you're welcome to move your gaze forwards, release the hands, breathing in, breathing out. Coming into Ujjayi breath if that's in your practice, or just keeping your lips pursed together and just using the nose to breathe. Inhaling and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. On the inhale, start to lift a little bit more. Begin to draw your hands all the way back down to the hips. Turning your hips to face the side of the wall, the side of your room. Walking that back right heel out so it's parallel with the short edge of your mat. Bending through that front knee. Keeping your hips to face the side wall. And then drawing your arms all the way up so they're in line with your shoulders, coming into your warrior two. Squeezing your shoulder blades together, tucking your tailbone under. Keep lifting through that back inner thigh, pressing through the outside edge of your foot, lifting through your inner arches. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. When you're ready, begin to turn those palms to face up and really feel that in your shoulders. When you're ready, dropping that right hand to the back of the thigh, turning the body around just enough to be able to open up through those left fingertips, moving the space away from your neck and your shoulders, lifting into your reverse, your peaceful warrior. Keep bending through the front knee, opening the side body, barely any weight in that back hand. If it's too much for the neck to look up to the fingertips, take that glance down to the back foot. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep finding space and length through the side body, through your torso, lifting your chest and your heart open. Last breath, breathing in, breathing out. On the inhale, we're going to transition all the way through to our side angle, our extended side angle, Utthita. So you can drop your fingertips to the mat. Perhaps you even take a block for this practice. Bringing the earth a little bit closer, grounding down through the back foot again, opening through that right arm, gazes up by the right fingertips. Or from there, you're welcome to glide that arm all the way past the front of the body, and then begin to open out into your side angle. Breathing in. If you have a bind in your practice, begin to take that right hand behind you, holding onto the hip, or perhaps you take that left arm from there, underneath, and come into your full bind. So we're going to be taking lots of binds in today's practice. Keep bending through that front knee, opening through that back right shoulder, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale, breathing in, breathing out. Holding, let's hold for another 2 breaths. If you've taken your variation through the binds, perhaps your hand is right by the instep, or you've taken your hand to the outstep. Start to unravel from your bind, lifting back through that right arm. Inhale, exhale. When you're ready, you're going to drop the right hand, right fingertips all the way down to the mat. Come up onto the back foot, and when you're ready, step your right foot in to meet in your forward fold. Soften through the knees if you'd like to, or keep those legs straight. On the inhale is your flat back. On the exhale, draw yourself back down. Inhale, swan dive the arms all the way up and around. Tuck tailbone under. And on the exhale, draw your hands back through. Working through the opposite side. So from there, stepping that left foot back, walking that right foot out just enough, creating space for the hips. So the right hand comes onto the right hip crease. Turn that hip back and around. Left hand from there comes forwards. Plant down through that back foot, the back heel, reaching up through the left side of the body. Tucking tailbone under, try and drop those rib cage in as well, and then draw through that right foot. Gaze is up, all the way up at the right fingertips, or drop your gaze down and lower those hands to the H stand over the head. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, using Ujjayi breath, breathing in, breathing out. Bending through the front knee, pressing through that back heel, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, lowering those hands to the hips. Begin to turn your hips to the side, walking that back left foot out so it's parallel with the short edge. Bending through that front knee, lifting through the back of the leg, the inner thigh, the back inner thigh. And when you're ready, when your hips are turned and the tailbone's tucked under, begin to lift through both arms so they're in line with your shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Your drishti, your gaze, is right over the middle finger. And in our warrior two, it's always a good opportunity, a good moment to come back to your intention, your devotion for the practice. So if you want to find a little bit of softness as well, you're welcome to. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. From there, we're going to begin to turn the palms to face upwards. Take a moment there, perhaps just another full breath. And then when you're ready, release that back hand to the back thigh, barely any weight. Start to move the hips around just enough to give you the space. And you're going to open all the way up through your side body, your side ribs, through chest and heart. As you lift through the right fingertips, keep drawing that shoulder away from the ear. Bending through the front knee. Breathing in. Breathing out. Again, you can always turn your gaze to the back foot. Keep bending through the front knee, inhaling, opening through your side body. If you've noticed the breath is shortened, perhaps just lift yourself up and out a little bit more. Or try and expand. On the inhale, create the space. And on the exhale, move into that space. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to transition all the way through into our side angle. So always you're welcome to come into a slightly easier variation, taking the elbow to the knee and then opening up. Hand to the instep, perhaps even planting down. You can even take your hand to the outstep. And a nice little tip again is, rather than just taking the arm straight up and then over, is to rotate the arm all the way through so you get a full rotation, and then to turn the palm down and then look underneath the arm. Keep bending through the front knee, lifting through the inner arch of the back foot. It's a strong posture. Breathing in, breathing out. If you'd like any more, you can begin to turn the palm to face away. Coming onto the hip, lifting yourself up and out and turning the left shoulder. And if you'd like that bind, you can drop the hand underneath. The wrapper is the grabber. And then extend through both arms. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, start to release your bind. You're welcome to look down at the front foot. Perhaps just take a moment to lift yourself up and out of the stretch. Come to your variation. And then walk both hands either side of that front foot. Come up onto the back toe and step that left foot in to meet your right. Of course, you're welcome to take vinyasas throughout. If you want to take that jump back, lower yourself through, breathing in, breathing out. On the inhale is flat back gazing. On the exhale, lower. On the inhale, rise, come all the way up, Urdhva, and on the exhale, draw your hands back through heart center. From there, you're going to step yourself back, widen the feet, and drop yourself down into your malasana, your yogi squat. So again, if you have blocks, you're welcome to drop them behind you. To sit up nice and tall, use the fleshy part of the knee to draw your thumbs to heart center. Come right back into your breath, gaze forwards. Again, as much as possible, try and stay in this pose. Try and stay nice and low. Work into the hips, the inner thigh. Breathing in, breathing out. And we often don't stay in these postures for very long. We work in and out of them, so it's quite nice sometimes just to stay in them for a little bit longer, to work the hips that little bit harder. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so a challenge for you from there. We've got options, there's always options. So the option, first of all, is to try and stay in this yogi squat for a little bit longer. If you want, you can drop your fingertips down and you're going to try and take the knees and drop them inwards as you keep the body straight forwards. So you can work through the toes, dropping those knees in. The other option, if you have it in your practice, is from there your Sukhasana. So if you want to work through a Sukhasana, you're welcome to drop blocks out in front of you to gaze towards for the head as well to be placed onto. Or from there, planting the fingertips wide, loading those feet up. So as high as possible in your hips, taking your knees to the back of the triceps or to the outside of the triceps. Of course, with any arm balance, the gaze is forwards. Fingertips nice and wide. If you're able to, fly up into your Sukhasana, drawing the feet together. Keep gazing forwards, draw the belly in. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. From there, dropping yourself back down into your malasana. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Planting down through the hands, lifting up through the legs. Taking the hands underneath the feet into a variation of Padangusthasana and drawing yourself down. Softening through to the elbows. And of course, you're always welcome to just place your hands onto a block, onto blocks either side as well if that works for you. Draw yourself down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready from there, I'm going to start to just take that right foot forwards. Left leg is going to drop back. Uncurl the toe. And we're going to use those blocks, if you'd like, to stack them up into our lizard pose. So elbows onto the blocks. Fingertips facing forwards and then turn the palms to face up. Of course, you're welcome to curl the back toe under and press away into lizard. Variation, of course, you can lower those blocks away as well if you prefer to come onto the forearms. And we're going to hold here. Keep breathing into it. Inhaling. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Of course, welcome to roll onto the outer edge of the foot if that works for you. Or keep the foot coming down. Holding for another breath, inhaling. Exhale. Lifting up onto the fingertips. From there, you're going to start to walk that front foot back just enough to come back into Malasana Yogi Squat. And we're just going to switch straight onto the other side. So palms at heart center. Dropping the palms down, sliding that left foot through, dropping the right foot back onto the knee or staying nice and upright. Of course, stack those blocks up, drop onto the forearms, turn the palms to face upwards or drop down onto the knee. Keep working through the front foot, try not to make sure that that knee isn't going beyond the ankle and you're overreaching. Try to keep that foot nice and far out. And then again, turn your palms to face upwards. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Of course, rolling onto the outer edge of the foot if that works for you. If you've got any tightness in the hips, any nutation through the hip flexors. And then turning the palms to face down, coming onto the fingertips. From there, walking that front foot out and stepping your foot all the way through and coming back into that forward fold. So you're welcome to take the hands to the outer side of the ankles, draw yourself through. Elbows nice and wide, breathing into it, breathing out. And then begin to roll up through the spine. Of course, vinyasas are allowed if you're missing that jump back, if you're missing your chaturangas, come into one or two if you'd like to, and then draw your big toes together. On the inhale, draw the arms all the way up. On the exhale, draw your hands all the way through to heart center. As you do so, you're going to take a long step back, opening all the way up through the arms and coming straight into your warrior two. Bending through the front knee, tucking your tailbone under, gaze is right over that middle fingertip, holding in your warrior two again. From there, we're going to turn the palms over and hold. Make sure your torso is in line with the hips, you're not overreaching to the side. Feel the difference through the arms, through the shoulders, with the palms facing up. Little glance down at the back foot so it's nice and stable. Glance down at the front foot so you can see your big toe. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, straighten the front thigh. Begin to shoot that right hip backwards. Inhale, reach yourself forwards. And on the exhale, drop that left hand down to the mat, to your shin, or all the way down through the palm and lift up through into your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Keep lifting yourself up and out of the shoulders. Gaze is all the way up at the right palm, right fingertips. Keep strong through the legs. And of course there's a bind in here as well. So if you'd like to, you turn the palm away again. Take that outward rotation, dropping the right hand to the hip. If you have any more, if you'd like to take a bind in your Trikonasana, you bend through the front knee first, taking your hand underneath, and then begin to straighten that leg and turn the body out. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Begin to unleash your bind, coming all the way back through to Trikonasana. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, lift, come all the way back up. And when you're ready, you're going to soften through the front knee. As you do so, lift through the back foot and step yourself back forwards into Utva. On the exhale, draw your hands back through heart center. And step yourself out into your warrior two through the right foot. Back foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Lifting through your inner thigh again. Bend through that front right knee. Tuck tailbone under, draw the arms all the way up. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then again, turn the palms to face upwards. Come right back into your breath. Feel the strength in this pose. But then almost find the softness through your shoulders again. Inhaling, spread those toes wide so you're not gripping the mat. Exhale. Come back to your intention, your devotion for the practice, where you need to find your healing. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, begin to straighten the front leg. There's no need to lock out the knee here as well. You can keep slight softness. Draw that left hip back. Draw yourself forwards. On the next inhale and on the exhale, release that right hand down to your shin. Fingertips to the mat, or of course you can use a block in this posture as well, bringing the earth that little bit closer. There's the option from there of turning the palm away, taking the hand to the lower back and just opening out, or taking the hand to the hip. Try to keep creating space through the side body, lifting yourself all the way up and out. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Releasing your bind from there, opening back through Sukhasana, lifting back up. And just when you start to bend through the knee, walk through that back foot and lift yourself back through into your Tadasana, Uttanasana. Inhale. On the exhale, dive yourself forwards, Uttanasana, forward fold. From there, you're going to heel toe your feet out, back through to hip distance. Soften through the knees just slightly and draw yourself back down into that forward fold. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. From there, you're going to lace your fingertips, palms facing up onto your lower back. As you do that, you're going to start to slide your palms down towards the right hip. And from there, start to place your right elbow in towards the inner thigh. And you might find once you've got so far, you can release that bind. Straightening through your left. Your right hand can drop down to the mat. Perhaps just coming into that twist. Or if you'd like to, you can take a bind underneath the leg. Remember, the wrapper is a grabber. Now, if you have Bird of Paradise in your practice, you can start to place weight through the left foot. You can start to lift, I'm going to fall, up through to Bird of Paradise. If you have that extension in your practice, you can lengthen through the leg. And when you're ready, either continue to hold or lower yourself all the way back down. Releasing into forward fold, taking the hands over the head, lacing them, palms facing upwards, drawing yourself down. Breathing in, breathing out. And of course you can always hold in the bind. So from there we're going to work through to the opposite side, so palms facing up onto the lower back. You're welcome to stay there, it's quite a nice posture. Otherwise, start to move the palms facing up to the left hip. You might find that that right elbow as the left elbow as the left knee bends can start to come into the inner thigh. That right elbow lifts. You might find you can release the right arm and perhaps that left arm drops to the inside to a block to the mat. Right hand as the palm turns can come behind you. Gaze down at the right foot as you take that bind. And you might just stay there. So you might come onto the toe and open. You might be able to move your way over onto the right foot. And perhaps just by pressing through the right foot, you lift, coming into your Bird of Paradise on the right side. I'm going to fall. Switching if you want to. Taking that extension if you want to. Breathing in. Breathing out. Opening through chest and heart. Breathing in. And when you're ready, dropping yourself all the way down with grace, with ease. Releasing those hands, taking your palms underneath the feet to your blocks again. Drawing yourself down. Inhale. Lift. Exhale, draw yourself down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. From there, release your fingertips, soften through the knees, and again, roll yourself all the way up. Shoulders back and down. Come to the front edge of your mat again on the inhale, rise, coming all the way up. Just for our last standing postures. On the exhale, ground down through that left foot. Step back, long stride with the right foot. Open into your warrior two. So we're all about the balances, all about the binds today. So we're going to come into Ardha Chandrasana. So make sure you've got a little bit of space at the front of your mat. Bend through that front knee. Draw the shoulders back. Holding your warrior two, and again, turn those palms to face up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. So Ardha Chandrasana, our half moon, we're going to start to gaze down well beyond our front foot to the very top of our mat. From there, you might just be able to start to walk that the back foot in just a touch, and start to drop that left hand down. So it might take a couple of goes just to tap, perhaps. Perhaps you even have a block that you bring to the earth, or bring the earth a little bit closer. Making sure the hand is all the way underneath the shoulder. Flex that right foot. You might even continue to gaze down at the hand. You might be able to open through that top right arm. And you might be able to bring your gaze forwards. Or up towards the right hand in time. Holding. Know that you can always just drop down. You can take a few little lifts through the back leg, even bringing the block, whatever you have, just a couple of times to build strength through that back leg. And once you're over it, once you're done, if you have sugarcane in your series of postures, you can always bend through that back foot and take hold into a bind, pressing your hand away. And then when you're ready, dropping the fingertips either side, flexing through that back foot, dropping the hip down, either keeping the hands there with both blocks, leveling out the hips, coming into variations of your warrior three if that's in your practice, breathing in, breathing out, inhale, exhale, breathing in, breathing out, dropping the hands back to the blocks, drawing that foot all the way back down the right leg to meet your left, and coming into forward fold. Inhale, exhale, feeling that stretch on the left hamstring. On the inhale, rise, come into your flat back. On the exhale, draw yourself down. Inhale, lift, come all the way back through. And on the exhale, as you draw your hands back through heart center, begin to step that left foot all the way back, nice and long. Bend through the right knee, and we'll come through to the opposite side. So again, turning the palms to face up. Make sure the back foot is parallel. Tucking tailbone under. Just take a moment there to find your breath. Find your feet, spread them wide. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So again, we're going to come into our Ardha Chandrasana. So it might be easy to bring hands to hips. Walk that front foot in just enough so you've got that space. And then you can start to transition. Again, you might have a block already set up there that you can place your hand on. Opening through that hip. Flexing through the foot. Spread those toes wide. Keeping the hand on the hip if that feels good. Gazing down. You're welcome to release the hand. Perhaps move your gaze round in time. No balance today, swaying like a tree. then when you're over it, release. Dropping both hands to the mat, squaring up those hips, coming into variation of warrior three. Dropping that hip down, flexing, soften through that right leg as well if you'd like to. Draw the belly in, nice flat back, crown of the head leads. And then again, you might take variations of your warrior three, hands at heart center, hands behind you, palms coming forwards. Stay nice and strong through that back glute, or come back onto your blocks. Breathing in, breathing out. When you're ready, release that foot, that left foot comes to meet your right, and take your forward fold. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. On the inhale, rise, flat back. This time on the exhale, as you draw yourself down, you're going to walk those feet all the way back out and come to sit again into Malasana, your yogi squat. So if you have those blocks, use them again. Hands back to heart center. Bring your drishti, your gaze forwards. Try to lift your heart and your chest right through. Elbows are quite high here in the little soft part of the knees. If you can get those heels down, perfect. Breathing in, breathing out. Now you've got options here. If you'd like, again, to take some twist, you're welcome to. If you want to take Bakasana, again, your crow poses, you're welcome to. If you've got Titibhasana or Bhuta Pija in your practice, you're going to lift your sitting bones nice and high. Soften through the knees and then walk those hands as far back as you can. Elbows dropping right onto the thighs, gazes forwards, and then try to lift those feet off, perhaps crossing the legs, gazing forwards, squeezing the thighs together, using those fingertips like little sucker cups. If you have a release, stretch through the legs, and then drop them back down, and come through straight through into your Navasana pose. So drawing the belly in, shoulders back and down, palms facing up. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. From there, you're going to cross those legs over, and we are going to take a little step back into one single vinyasa, so knees, chest and chin, or take your chaturanga. Inhale, coming into Bhujan or Cobra, and on the exhale, come back and down into your down face dog. Fingertips spreading lovely and wide, gazes right between the thighs. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. On the next inhale, rise up through the right leg. And on the exhale, you're going to slide that right knee towards your right wrist. Dropping the foot down and stretching that left leg back. Make sure the foot's not sickling so it's nice and long. Coming into Ekapada, Rajakapotasana, or pigeon pose. We're going to stay up in this pigeon just to start off with. Shoulders away from the ears, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. As we lower ourselves down, it wouldn't be this practice or healing practice today without a twist. So from there, we're going to take that right hand underneath. And again, you're welcome to use a block, a cushion for the head. Coming to the open side, left arm can come up. One more breath. As you lower down, we're going to switch to the twist. Left arm can come through. And the aim here is to try and keep that right hip down as much as possible. The right arm can turn behind if you'd like to. Those right fingertips can come to meet your toes of the right foot. Let the head go. Breathe into that twist. Inhale. Exhale, you're welcome to lift through the back foot and take a bind through there as well. And when you're ready, release the foot. Fingertips back to the mat. If you'd like to take more of an extended version, you can lift through the back leg again, taking hold of the back foot, making sure both weight is equal through both hips. And then as you release, I'm going to turn that left leg all the way around. So that left leg comes around, I'm going to drop the foot about one handprint away from the knee. From there, you're going to start to inhale, reaching all the way up through the right arm. On the exhale, dive yourself forwards, taking hold of the calf muscle of the foot on that side. Breathing in. Breathing out. If you're able to, use the left as well to draw yourself down, and then you're going to take a switch of your hands. From there, turn the right palm away. Begin to draw that right hand back to come onto your hip, your thigh. Keep both sitting bones down, and if you'd like to, you can then begin to take that left arm all the way around again. Taking hold, perhaps coming into a bind with the chest, the crown of the head gazing forwards. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. On the inhale, lift and release your bind. And then cross that right foot over. Coming into a simple seated twist, drawing the right hand to the thigh to create that space. On the inhale, lift through the left. Sit tall. On the exhale, take your twist. Left palm faces, right fingertips come behind you. Drawing the belly and continue to flex that left foot. Gazes right over that back shoulder. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can keep the gaze down at the back right fingertips if you'd like to, or straight over the back shoulder. As you turn yourself back through center, we've got an option here to take half cow face, so just dropping knee on top of knee. If that's a little bit too much for your knees, you're welcome to come more into a jammy stretch, taking the toes underneath the hamstring and then dropping yourself forwards, leading again with the crown of the head. If you prefer to take that cow face stretch, knee on top of knee, flash from the bottom, inhale, nice flat back. Exhale, lower yourself through. Leave the chest and heart, and again turn the palms to face upwards. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keep flexing the left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From there, release the fingertips, start to rise. Taking that right leg all the way back. Left leg is going to bend and we're going to switch sides straight through to the other side of our pigeon stretch. So drawing that foot out as much as you can, make sure that back foot isn't sickling. Nice and tall to start with. And then when you're ready, lower yourself down. You're welcome to take those twists if you'd like to, or just lower down. So the first twist is to the open side, so dropping that left arm down, drawing the belly in, opening up through the right. Dropping the head down onto a block or just onto your mat. And in your own time, Working through the other side. This time the right hand can drop down through. The left hand can come behind if you want to take that bind for the toe. You're welcome to. Of course, there's the option of bending through that back right foot as well and taking hold. Taking that extra stretch on your quadricep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Start to release and lift yourself up. Any variations of pigeon that you have, perhaps it's a bind, a full reach behind, you're welcome to take. And then when you're ready, draw that back leg all the way through. The left foot is about one handprint away from the kneecap. Sit lovely and tall. Inhale. Exhale from there, dive yourself all the way forwards. Binding through the hands, through that left hand, keeping both sitting bones down onto the mat. Once you've got that reach to start off with and you've created that space, you can switch hands, turning the left palm away from you. Exhaling, wrapping the hand through. And then of course taking hold with the right if that's in your practice as well. Coming into your bind, keep flexing the foot as you lower yourself through. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. When you're ready, release the bind. Take a simple cross of that left leg, sit up lovely and tall. On the inhale, lift through the right arm, moving the knee right past your waist, dropping the right hand in and turning yourself around on the next exhale. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. Draw yourself back through center, and again option for cow face, or to take from there, you're jamming, so leave the chest and heart, turning the palms to face upwards. Try to keep a little bit of action through this foot, through that left side. Inhaling. Exhale. So if you're taking your journey, the foot is underneath, the knee is dropping out. You've moved yourself over the front leg, flexing through the front foot, leading the chest and heart again. And wherever you are, finally lifting yourself all the way up. This time for just an inversion. If an inversion isn't in your practice today, you're welcome to just come to lay down into your Sukhasana pose. If an inversion is in your practice, the options are there for you today. So you're welcome to come into Setu Bandhasana, your bridge pose. Take 3 of them, breathe in them for around 5 breaths. Every time you lower down, come into Supta Baddha Konasana, so you're laying down butterfly pose. If you prefer to take full wheel, Asana, do exactly the same thing. Rise, come up for 5 breaths. Lower yourself down and come back into your butterfly, Setu Bandhasana. If you would prefer today to come into your shoulder stand, if you would prefer to take a headstand, you're welcome to take any inversion that's in your practice. Perhaps skipping the inversions today. So take what feels good. A reminder to take your counter poses wherever you are. So from shoulder stand, make your way into your halasana and into your matsyendra, your fish pose, your variation. prefer to take a headstand, you're welcome to come into child's pose afterwards and stay there. So if you're in your bridge today, feet at hip distance, fingertips to the heels, tucking your tailbone under. Press down through the fingertips, tuck tailbone and rise. Come up, keep drawing those knees in so they don't roll out. Perhaps once you've made your way to there, you lace the fingertips, press down through your little fingers and lift yourself onto your shoulders, chin into chest. Making sure the weight's in your shoulders, feet, knees squeezing together. And as you roll back down, after taking your 3, 4, 5 breaths, coming into your Asana, turning those palms to face up. So take whatever inversion serves you today. Be mindful wherever you are. You're coming into that shoulder stand. A reminder to keep your hands onto your lower back. If your feet don't touch in Halasana, again keep the hands on the lower back, squeeze the thighs, make sure the hips are in line with your torso, your feet are in line with the hips. Bend through the knees if you need to come into your Halasana without hitting anything behind you. And of course rolling down through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, palms can come down. Lifting yourself up onto the elbows, dropping the head back into variation of Matsyendra. All keeping chin to chest and just letting the heart and the chest open. And then drawing yourself back down. Hands to the belly, palms facing up, close down the eyes. Just take 1 minute there. And today, rather than taking a Shavasana, of course you're welcome to, instead you're welcome to come into a seated meditation. So taking a block right behind the sitting bones. So stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like to. Otherwise come into your seated posture. Block underneath the sitting bones. We're going to come back into our Dhyana meditation. Left hand down, palm facing up. Right hand down, palm facing up, and the thumbs come to meet. Close down the eyes. And if you're chilling out in your Shavasana, stay there and enjoy. If you're in your seated meditation, find your breath. Keep coming back to your breath. Bring your full awareness onto the nostrils, the inflow, the outflow, or perhaps to the belly. Slowly it's time to release your intention, your devotion for the practice, knowing that you can leave anything behind on your mat. Knowing that there is nothing more to do. And smile. If the mind wanders, that's absolutely fine. Allow it to, just take notice of where it wanders to. And then draw your attention back to your breath. Back to this moment. yourself to go into the darkness beyond the eyes. Allow yourself to sense and feel every breath. If you're in your Shavasana and you would prefer to gently move the body and make your way into your seated meditation, whatever the body needs. Your breath slow. Slowly, when you're ready, start to bring life back into your physical body. Releasing your mudra, taking the palms to face upwards, lifting into your comfortable seat if you're in your Shavasana, and taking your time to rise. Let the crown of the head lift. Take a sigh out of the mouth, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Drawing your thumbs through to heart center. Namaste Mudra. Sealing our practice just with a small mantra of soul hum. And you're just going to repeat in your mind's eye 3 times. On the inhale, so. On the exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Bowing the head, chin into chest, sealing our practice now with one single sound of Om. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale to Om. Living your life to its fullest, embracing your life with passion, bowing to the divine in each and every one of you, saying thank you for coming onto your mat, for breathing consciously and moving consciously. Namaste.